Welcome to week 4 of Vault Recap. In this week's episode we will be covering the latest news from Bethesda this week. We'll be introducing a new section for noobs, and as is the tradition of Vault Recap, we will be sharing a heap of community features to pour through. So get comfy, grab a nuka cherry, and let's Minerva in. In the most recent Inside the Vault, Bethesda shared their plans for the next testing phase in the PTS, an exciting play area for those who like to see what's coming up. If you haven't joined the public test server before and are on PC, download the Bethesda launcher and look for the PTS in the side menu. If you'd like to have a say in what happens to the future of the game, then the PTS is a must. Or you can just watch Vault Recap and have me tell you what's happening instead. This weekend, those pesky treasure hunter mole miners are back. Each will drop some legendary loot and a mole miner pail, with all the loot you can toot. If that isn't enough for you, have a wander over to the nearest train station to purchase Empty Mole Miner Pails. You can craft these at your tinker's workbench, if my memory serves correctly, and turn them into full mole miner pails, full of even more lootin, tooting loot. The event is live now and will end on Monday the 19th of July at 5 PM British Summer Time. So quit wasting time and go hunt those chunky molies. Whoa. Watch this episode first, at least. You sitting down? Good. Let's carry on. This week, on top of the usual weekly challenges, you'll find an additional 3 extra weekly challenges to complete in the challenges section. You'll notice that the score has been doubled for all of your weekly challenges so that you can rank up and earn your season rewards twice as fast. Pretty neat of Bethesda and perfectly timed with the double score rewards being thrown in. Just remember the double score will last until the challenges reset on Tuesday the 20th of July at 5 PM BST or 12 PM Eastern Time. Where was Minerva? What happened? Where did she go? Well, it doesn't matter now because she's here. She's back, guys. Well, kinda. She spawns every week on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 3 different locations: Foundation, Crater and Full Atlas. Her inventory resets every week, so your best bet is to hop into her server every Tuesday to see what she has. If you notice she isn't there, then this means she's about to return with a big sale on Thursday through to Monday, or her inventory is being reset. Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a mind bamboozle. If you are dazed and confused, check out Enough Survivalist's very handy guide to Minerva spawn dates and sale events, and check out her channel, which, let's be honest, you should all be subbed to by now, where I'm sure she will have covered this in more detail, or will do shortly. Enough Survivalist, mad props to you for creating this super helpful guide. In what was quite possibly the most hyped season launch since Wastelanders, maybe even bigger, players' joy soon got cut short when a new exploit forced Bethesda to pull the game offline for maintenance. I was kicked off the game several times or had my screen freeze temporarily. A frustrating moment for sure, but my sources tell me that these exploits refer to dupers, who found a new way to glitch unlimited stash items, junk specifically. In order to stop the dupers, Bethesda made some temporary adjustments to the Repair All option in camps. As a result, the Repair All button will still work, but some objects in your camp may be excluded from being repaired this way. It won't be long until the Repair All functionality is back, but I'm sure they'll successfully patch these exploits just in time for a new exploit to appear. Personally, I think the dupers are using some ingenuity to come up with these exploits, so I honestly can't hate on them, but I'm not a fan of being kicked out of a game 10 times in a row. All I'll say is I love to hate them and I hate to love them. What are your thoughts on dupers? Let me know in the comments. Everyone's talking about the pepper shaker and the face breaker. Don't do what I did and buy the face breaker from a vendor only to watch your partner be awarded it as part of the Steel Rain and Knight's Penance quest. Yes, I really did spend 3,000 caps on a weapon I'm literally going to have handed to me for free in-game. It's just as well that I've created a new section for noobs, because even seasoned players like me get it wrong sometimes. I won't cover these weapons in detail because there are already extensive videos covering these weapons on YouTube, so here's a little breakdown. The pepper shaker is a heavy gun / shotgun hybrid. Its ammo of choice is shotgun shells, and it is considered a top tier weapon. You can get hold of this weapon plan during Meat Week, which is coming up on the 17th to the 23rd of August and occurs on the hour every hour when Graham does his legendary public event, but it isn't a guaranteed drop. If you are lucky enough to win the plan, you can then craft the weapon, and like with all other weapon plans, you'll get the chance to win other legendary pepper shakers in game once you've learned the plan. Pretty cool, but what's cooler is that if you miss the event event or don't win the plan, the pepper shaker is tradable, so you can purchase it from other player vendors. Just remember to check the level, as players can craft it from level 35 and most of you will want level 50 weapons. If you know of any other ways to acquire this plan, let me know in the comments. The Facebreaker weapon is acquired during the mission A Knight's Penance. It will spawn with the Furious prefix attributes. You can also acquire the weapon plan from daily ops, but it has a low drop rate, so it's all down to luck and being above level 50 and getting Elder rank. At present you can't trade the plan or drop it, but you can buy the weapon from other players' vendors. My advice would be to not follow in my footsteps and buy the weapon, but to complete the mission and get it for free. I tried this weapon out and it is so good, one hit kills that will make my unstoppable monster seem null and void. I'm not even joking. They may as well change the name to the Unstoppable Nerf. It's awful. In this news section entitled Noob 76ers, we address one noob-worthy issue to help the new players entering the wasteland. One thing I have seen several new players encounter is not knowing how to trade, or even know what buttons to press. On the flip side, I've seen higher level players get frustrated when noobs don't take the loot that they drop. Trading might seem obvious, but it isn't for everyone. So if you are well versed in trading, feel free to skip to the next section. Now, we've all heard stories of players scamming others. These sad stories have plagued the game. When I first started playing, I would often ask a friend to help, but what do you do when you don't have someone there to help because your mate's in another time zone or, heaven forbid, playing another game? Well, first of all, there are Reddit pages like Market 76 where you can advertise your weapon, and before proceeding with a meet and trade, you can check the players' names against their trading blacklist, a very handy feature. They also have a list of couriers that will help with the trade. Couriers work just how you'd imagine. You give them your weapon, the other player gives the courier their weapon, and the courier handles the trade, returning each player with their respective weapon. As you'll see from this clip, this is how easy it is to be scammed. The trade screen will disappear and the other player will appear to be looking at their Pip-Boy, as if they're still frozen in the trade screen, but actually they're using an emote and are about to do this. To avoid this scam, stick to using couriers. Use well-established platforms like Market 76 on Reddit and Discord, and be careful. Thanks to my boy Caller Bossness for showing me what those scummy scammers do, and don't worry, he gave me my fixer back, along with gifting me a 3-star blooded Gatling plasma. But he forgot to tell me not to shoot it while on the ground. Suffice to say, this explains why I kept dying during my last daily op and why I really need to grind for that jetpack. So how does one trade, I hear you ask? Thanks for asking. Allow me to show you in this simple step-by-step quickie guide. Stand in front of another player and you'll see an icon in front of them that says invite to trade. Hold down the button it's indicating, in my case on PlayStation it's a triangle, and you'll enter the trade screen. Next you have two options. First, if you want to trade your items, then look at the inventory to your left. You can scroll through the tabs until you find the desired item you wish to trade. It will ask you how many caps you wish to trade for. Slide the bar until you reach the cap price you're happy with and then press accept. The other player, the buyer, will now have the option to accept the trade or decline. If they accept, the item will disappear from your inventory, and if you sold it for caps, you will see your caps increase. If the buyer declined your offer, then the item will remain visible in your inventory. Second, if you want to buy the other person's items, you want to look at the inventory to the right of the screen. This is the other person's items. You can either wait for the seller to offer the item to you at a price of their choosing, or you can scroll through their inventory, find your item, and name your price using the same method we used before. Increase or decrease the caps until you get the figure you want. Then wait patiently for the trader to decide if they're happy with this price. Talking of noobs, here's me, a game changer, thinking we could open Monongah Mine with a mini nuke, whilst attempting the something sentimental quest. We are a rare breed in this game. We are mid-level players with years of experience and still not a clue how to play the game. This week, Reddit user Snake177 shared this PSA in the Fallout 76 subreddit, which received over 500 upvotes. It was addressed to those complaining about the legendary crafting system. Well, He certainly told us. Whilst I tend to remain impartial on most things, I have to agree with this Redditor, as I welcome any new addition to the game that gives us more choice. Sometimes I love a weapon, but hate the legendary prefix. So whilst it might be a grind for those who play every day, just remember it's better than it was, and for many of us, myself included, we only get to play the game when we're not working or not creating videos like this. I wanted to give a shout out to Luke the Vault Dweller for his really helpful updates on Instagram. He covers everything from spoilers to Atom Shop updates to in-game photography and unboxing of Fallout 76 merchandise. He really is an avid supporter of the game, and his dedication to helping the community has not gone unnoticed. Check out @Luke the Vault Dweller on Instagram now. And then we have Nuka, a prolific in-game photographer and artist who, by her own words, is obsessed with Fallout and photography. Known for wearing the Vault Girl bobblehead in-game, she creates some insanely good images using the in-game photo mode. Just take a look at these. That depth of field and bokeh is on point. I especially love her drawings of Mr. Handy. Nuka doesn't just take photos, she designs her own versions of the characters we see in the game, and they're epic. If you haven't already, go follow @NukaMegs on Instagram to see her content. You won't be disappointed. @Gaming_Kate shared this Fallout community stream team photography event where anyone can take part. Every day until July 27th, you can take a photo each day as long as it matches that day's topic. For example, on Saturday, you must take a photo in Toxic Valley and then submit it on Twitter using the hashtag FCSTPhoto76. This is a really fun challenge and something to keep the creative types amused for sure. So get ready to whip your Pro Deluxe camera out and get snapping. @Nordson18 shared this Easter egg found in Fallout 76. Can you guess who these bears are filming? I'll give you a clue. The chef they're taking a photo of comes from the same part of England as I do, and he's known for being naked. We don't have that bit in common. Anyway, the first person to comment the answer below wins a shout out in next week's episode, so good luck. YouTuber Jigsaw Nation, also known as Leo the Russian, created this awesome tribute to Dogmeat and his owner Joel Burgess using some plywood and hand paint. This is some serious talent and dedication right here. Leo plans to send it in the mail to Joel Burgess at the Bethesda HQ as a gift. So if anyone can share this with Bethesda or retweet this to get it out there, please feel free to share my video and timestamp this part. I really hope Joel gets to see his work. But there's more. Leo told me the story behind the first Vault Boy he created, which can be seen here. His story is incredible, being from a formerly secret Russian nuclear town where his dad was a constructor of exactly what you'd guess, as well as his hometown being just 30 miles away from the world's third worst nuclear disaster. The Kishjum disaster, sometimes referred to as the Mayak disaster or Oziorsk disaster in newer sources, was a radioactive contamination accident that occurred on the 29th of September 1957 at Mayak, a plutonium production site for nuclear weapons, and a nuclear fuel reprocessing plant located in the closed city of Oziorsk in the Russian Soviet Union. Not many can even begin to imagine having to go through a disaster like that, but for Leo, he felt he was surrounded by its history so much that his love of Fallout was born. Check out this link to read more of Leo's story, and don't forget to subscribe to his channel seen here. Reddit user SappyNebraskan shared this video. They were travelling through the wasteland when they bumped into these cuties. I had to cover my eyes at the end though, those poor evil pups. That's about all we have time for this week, but tune in next week for more Fallout 76 news, community spotlight and Noob 76ers. We'll be covering some epic camp and shelter spotlights from the community next week, and of course, we'll cover more news from the Appalachian wasteland. Until then, play safe and be a good citizen. Peace. You either have to rely on either A, Todd smiling at you from the heavens from an event / enemy / mama murna, mama, and either A, Todd smiling at you from the heavens. Oh fucking fuck. The Kishjum FCS and the nuclear fuel reprocessing. Oh, for fucking hell, fuck.